I'm Tim Malloy with the Civic Association, and this is Palm Beach TV. They're called Lifeguards for a reason. Two Town of Palm Beach lifeguards are being praised now for very likely saving the lives of two swimmers caught in a rip current. Veteran lifeguard Craig Pollock and fellow lifeguard Lex May spotted a man and a woman 100 yards offshore east of where the Charlie's Crab restaurant once stood. They had already been wary of rip currents through the day, and the eagle eye of a veteran surfer and lifeguard detected big trouble.
I saw two heads out there in a rip current, and I was at first thinking it would be a preventative action because we try to prevent rescues from happening. So we're going to head down there. I said, Lex, this doesn't really look great. Let's head on south and see what's up. And we got about probably to the end of our unguarded beach sign, and we saw hands go in the air, and we knew it was going into a full-blown rescue.
They followed emergency protocol, teaming up, assessing which surfer was in the most trouble. They were both in trouble.
There was an abandoned surfboard on the beach. He went for the surfboard that was on the beach. I grabbed the tube and fins. Him being on the better craft, he went out for the furthest victim, just because she was in more trouble. You know, it was better to get to her, sooner than the other guy. The other guy seemed to be, helping himself a little bit. The two swimmers, it turned out, did not know each other. The female made an heroic attempt to save the young surfer, and it backfired. She spotted that, grabbed his board, paddled it out to him to help him out, but then the two of them got separated from the board, and then that's when the rescue began.
Yeah, they lost their one flotation device that they might have had, so then they both got pulled right into the gut of the rip current. And
Ray, you've done this for how many years?
I just passed 31 years. So.
How much trouble were they in?
They're in trouble. They're in serious trouble. Yeah, this was the ultimate trouble. People potentially could have drowned up. Hate to say that, but this is the real deal.
You guys aren't acting like you're heroes. Well,
it's what we train for. It's what we do. I mean, every time there's rough water and surf, we're out there doing it, and it's what we're here for.
Within minutes of the rescue, Palm Beach Fire Rescue was on the scene, assessing both of the victims, who got up and walked away. They're okay, and they owe their lives, very likely, to two of our lifeguards. Next week, for the first time in many, many weeks, Town Council members will meet at Town Hall in person. COVID's still top of mind for everyone, so precautions are being taken. Here's a look. The transformation of council chambers underscores the caution being taken now. Normally 100 people will be able to safely attend a meeting. Now it's fewer than 30 and fewer than 20 members of the general public. In fact, the public is being discouraged from even attending.
If you're not planning on speaking, we do encourage you to stay home and listen to the meeting that way. We also will have an opportunity for anyone who isn't comfortable coming in and would like to speak, the ability to do so using a Zoom audio component.
The walking tour through council chambers speaks to the utmost of caution taken by the town. There's a temperature scanner at the entrance to the building. There is plexiglass everywhere, seats carefully blocked off, separated. Microphones are covered. Many municipalities in Florida have already reconvened in a similar fashion. The council president says something is lost when the town's work is done remotely.
It's more effective. When we see each other together, we're more effective in what we do. And the residents of this town have entrusted us with making decisions, policy decisions, that are good for the town. So we should do that as effectively as possible. It's our responsibility. So I think it's time, Tim, for us to get back. The council has spoken. I'm not saying some people are not without some concerns, but we've taken, as you can see, every precaution. We have followed CDC guidelines. We have followed White House Task Force guidelines. We've followed the state's guidelines. And I think that we are as safe in here as we can possibly be and still get the work of the people done. So I'm not worried about it. I do want everyone to know that if they come, it's masks on all the time, even if your glasses are fogging up like mine. It's masks on the entire time that you're here, social distancing. We will be making every kind of effort to keep everybody safe as we go forward.
What's the state of the town, not just about generally? I mean, you're my expert, our expert in town. How are we doing?
I think we're doing pretty good. We don't get our own statistics to look at our positivity rate just for our town, but the overall positivity rate for daily, and we look at it over a 14-day period of time, has definitely been it's plateaued, but it's at 3%, and that's pretty good. We can do better. You want to get it down to 1%. But I think the town has done very well. I am concerned that when everyone starts to come back, that it'll be sort of like, wow, we're back. Let's do this, let's do that. And it's very important right now to stay vigilant, to keep doing what you've been doing. Don't let up, because we have flu season. And by the way, get your flu shot. Everybody needs to get their flu shot.
Palm Beach TV will be there with our cameras to record the entire session next week. Over these many weeks of COVID-19, Palm Beach TV is keeping our eyes on people who operate stores and shops in Palm Beach. There are very many sad stories, unfortunately. We profile now a business that has had its eye literally on our town and chronicling the lives of our people for a long time. Here's how Capehart is doing.
Tim, as most islanders know, Capehart is the premier social event photography studio on Palm Beach. But without social events, how do they survive? Well, we talked to the owner, who tells us how she pivoted her business to keep the doors open.
Looking through the images captured by Capehart photography over the years, one can't help but notice the intimacy, the closeness, the carefree personal contact that marked our lives pre-COVID.
The day of the 700-person gala, I think, is gone for a very long time.
Carrie Bradburn, the owner of Capehart Photography, says mid-March, as event after event was canceled, she sent her staff home. But as so many businesses have done, she shifted gears away from events and into her archives, rich with 40 years of memories.
I spent 3 weeks and I pulled 44 boxes of negatives starting in 1979.
This led Carrie to post many of these vivid, though often black and white photos on Instagram and Facebook, which led clients to bring in their old photos for restoring, inspiring other clients to request scrapbooks. And so the photo studio stayed busy. Though family portraits were always part of the Capehart repertoire, more family time together created an even higher family portrait demand.
They're staying at home and they're looking around their houses and realizing, I haven't printed pictures. I haven't taken pictures. So we've done a lot of that in the last couple months with some families with college kids home, everyone's together. And we're hoping to do that, in November and December as people come back here for season.
So between portraits, archival pictures, and what Bradburn believes will be smaller social and charity gatherings, Capehart Photography remains a healthy, tried and true Palm Beach business, even if the ball gowns and tuxedos will likely remain in the closet for a season or two.
We in Palm Beach and coastal Florida, at least the East Coast, continue to dodge the barrage of churning storms coming across the Atlantic. The Eastern Atlantic is in yet another lull, but there are problems, big ones, looming to our southwest. Tropical storm Delta growing to hurricane status and expected to be a major hurricane as it hits coastal Louisiana with heavy rain and heavy wind. Hurricane season, at least on the calendar, ends November 1st, but word to the wise, stay tuned. The hospitality industry has been hammered by COVID. A lot of hotels just barely hanging on. That is not the case for a hotel in Palm Beach that's known as the Pink Paradise. Instead of folding the tent, they're looking at renewal. Here's Wendy Rutledge.
I'm standing here at the Colony Hotel at the entrance that is just adjacent to Worth Avenue. Now, these doors have been locked for years and years, behind which was the big check-in desk. Well, all of that's gone. This is a renovation that's been going on for 6 months, and in a couple of weeks, these doors are going to open wide up, welcoming you to come in and see a renovation that will delight you.
It's always been elegant, colorful, beachy, always been very pink. For over 70 years, the Colony Hotel has welcomed guests to this lavish tropical home away from home, until COVID-19.
The Colony Palm Beach closed on March 25th, on a Wednesday, when, quite frankly, the world was closing down, and so did we, to protect, as everyone did, the integrity of our staff, our guests, and the building. We've been closed for 7 months. And that hasn't been easy. And we feel that, and we recognize that pain that is felt by our employees. And we've done everything we can to find work for them while we've been closed and projects. So let's talk about that group, the dedicated ladies and gentlemen that have served the community and served this hotel for a long time.
If there is a silver lining to the forced shutdown of the hotel, it's that these blueprints for a planned update kicked off a months-long, earlier than expected, massive renovation. And now the months and months of retooling everything from the lobby to the villas is almost complete. Take this cavernous space that once was the lobby. In a few weeks, guests will enter a space that will feel more like a living room than a check-in counter.
The living room is part of that focal point as you come into your home. You're welcomed.
The greeting as you come in and register.
Welcome home.
Welcome home. And do you feel that this living room concept really reinforces that welcome home?
It's about our positioning, about who we are to our guests. You know, we're concerned about their genuine care and comfort. This is a home away from home, and it should feel that way.
Cozy clusters of chairs, tables, comfortable seating vignettes will occupy this still evolving space. Guests will find plenty of outdoor poolside dining available, safety being a high priority of the hotel's owners and management. The villas are getting a facelift as well.
Getting a lot more long stay requests now than we've ever had before. So we did some work in our villas with kitchens and bathrooms.
More requests for long stay options, again, another outgrowth of the COVID-19 exodus from the Northeast, where remote work and school allow families mobility, many choosing to conduct business from places like Palm Beach. If you would like to take a peek at all that is new at the Colony, the official reopening is October 29th.
Music, entertainment, we're opening up the pool, Swifty's pool, of course there'll be the pumpkins and there'll be candy, but it'll be just bringing everybody back home to the Colony.
Election Day, of course, is November the 3rd, and we want to make sure you realize we have a commitment to making sure you know everything you need to know about these elections before they happen. We encourage you to go to our website, palmbeachcivic.org, to review our planned election forums. The forum for the candidates for the Port Commission will take place Friday, October 16th at noon, hosted by local news anchor Jim Sackett, a good friend, very talented guy. There will not be a forum for the 21st Congressional District, but we will interview the candidates. Please take a look at our detailed ballot describing all the races. That's on our election tab on our website. I'm Tim Malloy for Palm Beach TV and the Civic Association, where membership matters. If you are a member, we'd love it if you'd renew. If you're not a member, please join us. We try to keep you informed on everything that has to do with our beautiful town. We'll see you very soon.